Welcome to my channel, Open Heart Healing. My name is Sarah Walsh. I feel so up close and personal with you today. My phone is so close to my face. Normally it's a little farther away because I have a table that I do my card readings on. But today is, the day I'm recording this is my 44th birthday. So today is January 3rd, 2022, my 44th birthday. And so I decided to do a little bit of a different video today because it's my birthday. Well, I've been wanting to do this video, but then I thought, my birthday would be a good day to do this video. So as you will know from the title of the video, this is 10 fun facts about me that you may or may not know. So the people who are closest to me will know most or all of these. But I recently got a few new subscribers. Thank you for joining me. If you're new or old subscriber, I appreciate you being here. But if you're new and you don't really know who I am, before, most of my people who are watching me were people that knew me. So anyway, yeah, I just thought it might be a good idea to just kind of give you a little more insight into who I am as a human. In this body, in this incarnation. So anyway, yeah. So 10 fun facts about me. The first one, I'm like really uncomfortable with this, with the camera being so close to my face. Also the lighting, it's winter here, which I'm going to be talking about a little bit, but it's just a gray, yucky day. There's no sunshine, and so I'm just relying on this ring light that I have. So I rigged it up, or like I connected it to my tripod for my phone, trying to get it to be a little better. And I'd say the lighting is better, but I see how you can see it in my eyes, the reflection of the ring light. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of ring lights because of that. I don't like seeing that. For some reason, it's a pet peeve of mine. There's another fun fact about me. It's a pet peeve when people, you can see people's ring lights and they're reflected in if they're wearing glasses or in their eyes or whatever, but I don't know, you guys. I'm just doing the best I can. With what I have. Maybe I need to invest in a better ring light this year or something, find a better lighting. I think I need to find a better lighting setup if I'm going to keep making videos. But anyway, sorry, I don't know how to edit, so I can't just cut all that out. Anyway, so the first thing about me is that I have a bachelor's, a BA in psychology, and I'm a certified life coach, and I'm also a Holy Fire Reiki master. So if you care about those kind of 3D things, like certificates and degrees and things, those are the ones that I have. And to me, they don't really matter, but to some people they matter, and I don't know, I don't really talk about it very much. So I thought I would mention that. I have my facts written down on a whiteboard right over there. So if you see me looking that way, that's why I'm looking over there. Okay, so the second fun fact about me is that my sun sign is obviously Capricorn, and my moon sign, some of you heard me talk about a lot, is Scorpio, and my rising sign is Leo. So Capricorn and Scorpio energy can be very dark. They're kind of more of the, will be the energies that are more interested in the occult and even the dark side, even satanic, Saturnian. The Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And sometimes considered Mars too, but anyway, so my Capricorn and my Scorpio energy can be very dark, but thank God for that Leo energy. I'm so glad that I chose to have Leo rising, and I also have my Mars in Leo. So I have strong, and I also have a couple Sagittarius placements. So I have I'm actually fire dominant, slightly fire dominant in my chart. So thank God for that, because that brings the light in, and that light shines on the dark, and so the dark doesn't take over. But anyway, so yeah, I have an interesting chart. I mean, everybody's chart is interesting, but as I have like an internal battle of light and dark within my own energies. So that's, yeah. And I believe we all choose when we're born and choose our chart. So I chose that for a reason. The third fun fact about me is that I was in the military. It still makes me laugh. Every time I say that, it makes me laugh because it's so ridiculous. If you know me, you'll know why that's ridiculous. I'm extremely sensitive, highly empathic, just not not cut out for being a soldier. That's for sure. So it was a basic training was one of the toughest things I've ever gone through. Also, I guess another fun fact about me that's not on my list, but is that I'm neurodivergent. So I think, am I saying that right? Neurodivergent. I'm not neurotypical, I guess is what you'd say. But a lot of people are not neurotypical, and I don't have, we don't really need to put labels on things, but it just made for an interesting time in the military. I'm like I don't know how I made it, but I wasn't in terribly long. I ended up developing a condition called trigeminal neuralgia, which is to do with the nerves in your face, and I got a medical discharge, and that was God taking care of me. Because before I even actually got officially discharged, the trigeminal neuralgia went away. So, but I didn't tell the Army that. So they let me out, thank God. But that was how I was able to go back to school and get my college degree. So that's the whole reason I joined the military, was so that I could go back to school and get a degree. And looking back at my life, a lot of it just seems like such a joke. Like, why? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. The next fun fact about me is that Jesus is the love of my life. And I don't know if I'll ever have a human partner again, because Jesus has made it a little difficult. He treats me so well, and he loves me so much, and he treats me exactly how I deserve to be treated and how I should be treated. And it's hard for a human man to be at that level, to be able to love unconditionally like that, because humans would have to do a lot of inner work to be able to have a pure enough heart to love that way. So yeah, I've been single now for almost 3.5 years, and yeah, wouldn't be surprised if I'm single the rest of my life, but who knows, because Jesus might have a human man that he wants to be with me. So I'm perfectly happy just being on my own with Jesus, because he's always with me. And so, I understand that I sound crazy when I say these things. I do. So I don't think I'm crazy. Like, I'm not making this up. The things that he says to me are things I couldn't have thought of. I'll give an example. I'm actually going to write a book now. Jesus told me to write a book about it. So I'm gonna, that's my goal for this year, is maybe to write this book. We'll see. But I'll give you an example of how Jesus is the love of my life, and how it would be hard for a human man to compare. So one night I was laying in bed and I was talking to Jesus, and I said, how did this conversation go? I said, I love you so much, Yeshua, because I called Jesus Yeshua, and because that's his real name. And he chuckled and he said, you can call me Yeshi. I think we're close enough now. And so I giggled and I said, okay. And then I said, thank you so much for loving me the way you do, Yeshi. And he said, of course. How could I not love you? Oh, I'm sorry. That makes me emotional still. I wouldn't have made that up. I couldn't have made that up. I was like, it's just like he says the sweetest things. And it's so amazing. And I'm blessed to be able to hear him in that way, and that he's with me like that. So anyway, that's just an example of how it would be hard for a human man to compare. Because I don't know many human men who could come up with lines like that. But anyway, not that you'd have to come up with lines like that, but it just gives an example of how Jesus treats me and why he's the love of my life. The other two loves of my life are my boys. I have 2 boys. Owen is 16 now, and Elliot is 13. And being a mother, I always wanted to be a mother from the time I was a toddler. I was caring for my baby dolls. I loved babies and dolls and mothering and being a mother. So I knew I was born to be a mother. And that is my greatest accomplishment in this human life is being a mother to my boys. And I'm so blessed to have them and so grateful that they chose me to be their mother. That's making me, wow, I'm like, I didn't realize, I was not feeling emotional today before I started recording this video, so I'm a little surprised by the emotions that are coming through, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm always going to be real and honest and raw with you, and I don't even know how to edit, so what you see is what you get. Oh, jeez. Sorry. See, now I would edit that out if I knew how to edit, but anyway, it's so close to me that, okay. Anyway. As I was saying, mother. Oh yeah, my boys, they claim that they didn't choose me to be their mother, but so that's nice. That's nice. But I know that they did, so it doesn't matter. Okay, the fifth fun fact about me is that one of my superpowers is that I can find four-leaf clovers. And I have some examples here just to show you. Oh, see, it's like they're laminated. I laminate. So I find them. This is just a small sample of all the clovers I have. I don't even know what to do with these clovers. The universe has just given me an abundance of four-leaf clovers, which I'm super grateful for, and I love finding them, but then it's like, what am I supposed to do with these? I give them to people sometimes. I used to put them in library books before I returned library books. I would put them in there, tuck them in there, like for a bookmark for someone else to find, but I don't go to the library anymore, and I don't know. Anyway, if you have any good ideas for me or what I could do with these four-leaf clovers, let me know. Comment down below and let me know. I don't know. Or if you want one, let me know. You could let me know your address. You could email me your address or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's a weird, random thing about me, but I realized that how I find the four-leaf clovers is that my higher self for many years now, and I wasn't aware of this until just a couple years ago, but my higher self can direct my eyes, can move my eyes, can make me look at things. That's how I started seeing 11:11 on the clock. That was in 2013, because my higher self can make me look at the clock, can make me look at things. And so that's how I find the four-leaf clovers. My higher self knows where the four-leaf clovers are and just has me look right at them. Because sometimes many times I have just looked down and looked straight at a four-leaf clover. And I wasn't even like looking for clovers. So that's when I started kind of going, there's something magical about this. But so I used to tell people, they would say, oh, I've always wanted to find a four-leaf clover. And I'm like, well, have you looked? Because they're all over. Like, if you look, you'll find one. Like, surely you'll find one eventually. Like, they're all over the place. And then people would say, yeah, I've always looked. I look all the time, and I've never found one, not even a single one. And I thought, okay. I'm starting to think that the universe is just manifesting four-leaf clovers for my benefit, for me. Like, I'm starting to think that these four-leaf clovers maybe aren't even really there until I come along, and that's how magical I believe that this world is, and how much of like a matrix, a simulation it is, that things can actually be created out of like thin air. Like that. So I don't know, but it's fun. Every time I find a four-leaf clover, I actually like took all the grass out of my backyard and planted clovers so that I would have a big clover patch that was just mine to go look for four-leaf clovers. That's how I have so many of them. It's because my backyard is all clovers, and I'll go out there and find 30 of them just like that. Well, not just like that, like within an hour maybe. But it's one of my favorite pastimes to do in the summer months, because I can go out and be barefoot on the ground. So it's very good for grounding and being out in the sun and just being outside, and then finding the clovers. And then every time I find one, I kiss it and I tell the universe, thank you. Thank you for this clover. And I truly believe that's how I keep finding more and more and more, is that I have the gratitude for manifesting it. So anyway, I'm talking too much about each of these things. Anyway, okay, the next one is that I have 9 tattoos. Ideally, I would like to have 11. I would like to have 11. I don't know if I'll ever get the other 2, but I have 9 currently. I won't tell you what they all are or whatever, but I'll just show you a couple of my favorites. So this one is a turtle. My older son, Owen, he used to really love turtles. They were his favorite animal. Like, as soon as he could talk, he was talking about turtles. And now he just doesn't even really like turtles that much, which is weird. But he drew this when he was little. I don't know how old he was when he drew it, maybe like 5 or something. And I didn't come across this until a couple years after that, a few years maybe even, and in a little notebook. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's the cutest turtle I've ever seen in my life, and I'm going to have a tattoo of that someday. And so I got one. And so then because I got this one for my older son, I had to get this one for my younger son, Elliot. This is a mama beluga and the baby beluga, and they're kissing. Because when he was little, when he was a baby and a toddler, every night I would rock him before bed, and I would sing him the song Baby Beluga. So beluga whales were always one of his favorite animals, and so that's why I got that tattoo. And then this one is a blue butterfly. Now, I've had this one. This was my second tattoo I ever got. I got this when I was 20 years old, so like 24 years ago. Yeah, I can do math. But it used to be lavender colored, and then because I had it for, when did I get this colored in? Like a couple years ago maybe. So I don't know. I had it over 20 years and it was getting faded and stuff. So when I went in to get another tattoo, I had just had him go over it and color it and recolor it, and I had him do it blue because in December, I think, of 2018, I think is when my grandma Nana passed away. And Nana is one of the only humans in this life who's ever loved me unconditionally, like the way Jesus loves me. She's one of the only humans who's loved me like that. So she and I had a special bond. And geez Louise, stop being emotional. And this light makes me look like I was crying anyway to begin with. I felt like anyway. So my grandma, my Nana, she loved me unconditionally. And she loved butterflies, and I love butterflies. And so I told her before, like when she was sick with cancer for a couple of years before she passed away. And I told her at one point that when she passed away to send me, I wouldn't have even told you about this tattoo if I knew it was going to make me cry. I told her to send me butterflies as her sign to say hello from heaven. And as soon as she passed away, I thought she would send me yellow butterflies, honestly, because her favorite color was yellow. But as soon as she passed away, I started seeing blue butterflies everywhere. Like, everywhere. All over Facebook, all over anything I went on the internet, in real life. Like, one time I went to the library, and I sat down, and I turned my head, and there's the librarians had books with the covers facing out, just like one on each shelf. And the one that was like right by my face had a big blue butterfly on the cover, and just stuff like that. And so I knew right away that was her signal to me to say hello. And so when I had this recolored, I had him do it in blue. So I might have to do this video over again. Okay, let's see if I can get it together. Yeah, okay. Moving on. We're moving on. Oh, I guess I already told you about that. Okay, so another fun fact about me is my favorite color is, maybe you can tell from my background in my shirt today. My favorite color is like anything on the aqua teal spectrum, I call it. Anything from light aqua to dark teal. Anything along and anywhere in between. That's my favorite color. I prefer it to be a little more on the green side than the blue side, but I like any of it. I like blue and green. Yeah. Another fun fact about me is my favorite thing in the world is babies. And that goes along with, I guess, always wanting to be a mother and being born to be a mother. My sister-in-law calls me the baby whisperer because I can hold a crabby baby and it just goes to sleep. Which is not really that fun because I always want to interact with the babies. But then when I hold them, they just fall asleep. And then I'm like, well, holding a sleeping baby is sweet and nice, and I love that too. But like, it's like I want to play with the baby and like make the baby smile and stuff. And the baby's just like, no, I'm going to go sleep now. And that's just part of like, I think the Reiki energy, or however you want to look at it, that flows through me is calming to babies. So that's kind of I guess another one of my superpowers is I'm just a natural with babies and children in general, but especially babies. And then the last fun fact about me is that I I know this is a strong word to use. I understand. So, I hope nobody gets too triggered by me saying this, but I do hate winter. I hate winter. I live in Wisconsin in the U.S., and a lot of you are familiar with where that is, but some of you maybe not. But where I live, it is legitimately winter, like, for a solid 5 months of the year. Like 5 months of the year. And it gets cold, cold, cold. And we get lots of snow a lot of times. And so it's very wintry. It's not just like a mild winter. It's not just like, I have a Facebook friend who lives in California, and she goes up into the mountains sometimes. Hi, Jen, if you're watching this. I don't know if you watch this, but, and she gets such a kick out of the snow, and she gets so excited, and she's like, I love snow. I was like, honey, you come and live here for a winter, and then you tell me. Maybe she would still love snow. I don't know. Some people like it. Some people like it here. Some people like to go ice fishing or skiing, winter skiing, snow skiing, or other snowshoeing, I guess some people do. I don't like any of it. I don't want to do any of those things. I don't like being cold. And like the other day it was like down to like 20 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. And it's just, it's craziness. It's craziness. And yet here I am. I live here because this is where I was born. This is where my family originated from. And this is where my ex-husband lives and his family. And we have our boys that we share custody of. So I can't really just like up and move. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I could, but then I'd have to leave my boys behind, which I don't want to do. But luckily the last couple of years, I've had a much better attitude with the winter because I've just learned acceptance and surrender. And I don't suffer in the winter as much as I used to. I used to really hate it. I mean, I still hate it, but I don't suffer from it like I used to, if that makes any sense. So, someday I will live where there's not winter. That's why I was guided to put this background on, this ocean, because I love the ocean. Just the color of the ocean I love, but I love the energy of the ocean. And so, yeah. I wish I could live by the ocean maybe, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I don't know. I said, once COVID started, I don't know if I'll ever get to see the ocean again because I can't fly in a plane. Because another fun fact about me, you get a bonus fun fact here, is that I can't wear a mask. Like, they give me, like, immediately make me go into like panic attack mode. So that's why I lost my job with COVID, was because I'm not able to wear a mask. So I can't go on a plane. I don't know if I'll ever be able to go on a plane again. And if I can't, that's okay. I have, again, acceptance and surrender. So I just accept what is and go with it. But I do hope to see the ocean again someday. That would be very lovely. I would really appreciate that. So anyway, I'm having an issue with my throat chakra now, and I need to go get some water. So thank you for watching. I hope this was at least a little bit interesting to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.